So now we're moving on to KWS Brium, and this is another, well, this is a new soft group 3 biscuit variety. I mean, the first thing that we notice with Brium is just the length of the ear on it. It has a very flashy, long ear to it, which, I mean, whenever you take farmers round trials at the moment, that is the first thing that they comment on. And I think that's probably part of that Basset parentage, because I remember when Basset came out, Basset arrived at the same time as Barrel, and to be honest, to begin with, I think Basset was the one that really stood out because of that flashiness, and as we know, Barrel has certainly taken the bigger share. But anyway, yeah, Brium, it is a really interesting looking variety. I think Paul and I, when we came to do the trials the other week, we were both quite pleasantly, not surprised is maybe the wrong word, but quite impressed with how clean it looked and just how well the crop looked generally. Yeah, there's obviously more disease creeping into it now, but obviously in a group 3 market that is full of cougar crosses, it's useful to have something that just brings a bit of diversity into the parentage.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely inherited those Basset characters. When we came the last time, it was probably more the flag leaf that was evident. Now it's the long ear, as you say. Laura and Basset, yeah, it itself was a scout cross, and there's quite a good lineage going back there, but it never quite took off commercially in the north. But as you say, it's really nice to have a new variety coming into this sector that hasn't got cougar in the back crossing. Nobody's saying it's clean. It's not fantastic on Septoria, and while it did look cleaner the last time we were in, I think it's probably starting to look a little bit scruffier now. But it's up there on yield level with Illuminate. Again, the versatility, potentially suitable for early drilling with the usual caveats.
It looks quite tall, Paul.
It is tall.
In the untreated there, but
it's reacted well.
You know, it's respond. I always talk about varieties. Some respond to PGR, some don't. This looks like it responds to PGR because it's done a really good job on leveling the crop crop off there.
David, yeah, tall but stiff. It's got a good spec weight. Ticks the box for distilling and biscuit.
Yeah, and good sprouting resistance as well, the further north you go, that does tend to become a bit more important.
So I must admit, I did wonder for a while whether this was a little bit of a Me Too variety, if I'm honest, but we did see something in it, Laura, last year, and we decided to give it a crack, and as you say, pleasantly surprised with how it's looked. And the proof will be in the proof of the pudding in the eating, as they say, but and we'll see that come harvest time. But yeah, it's an interesting newcomer and one to watch.
Yep.